But Mary's triumph did not last. The initial euphoria of marriage had faded as Darnley's true nature emerged. He was violent, an arrogant drunk, a lout with all the makings of a psychopath. Darnley had become insanely jealous of David Rizzio, Mary's Italian secretary, whom he suspected of having an affair with the Queen. A group of Protestant Scottish lords also hated Rizzio because he was a Catholic and the Queen's favourite. So the two groups of Rizzio's enemies came together and signed a contract to murder him. On the night of the 9th of March 1566, the conspirators burst in here into the Queen's smallest chamber, where they found Rizzio having one of his late-night tête-à-tête with the Queen. He was dragged outside and stabbed 57 times. The conspirators thoughtfully left Darnley's dagger sticking in Rizzio's belly. Less than a year later, Darnley himself was dead. The house where he was staying was blown up, and Darnley was found strangled in the orchard. Everything suggested that the man responsible for the crime was James Hepburn, Earl of Bothwell, who was one of Mary's leading supporters. Still worse, the finger of suspicion also pointed at Mary herself. And, as Elizabeth told her bluntly, her behaviour was making a bad situation worse.
Madam, my ears have been so astounded and my heart so frightened to hear of the horrible and abominable murder of your former husband, our mutual cousin, that I have scarcely spirit to write. Yet I cannot conceal that I grieve more for you than for him.
But there was still worse to come. Mary was abducted, taken by force to Dunbar, and raped. The perpetrator was James Hepburn, the Earl of Bothwell. 2 weeks later, they were married.
Madam, how could a worse choice be made for your honour than in such haste to marry a subject who, besides other notorious lacks, public fame has charged with the murder of your late husband?
Within a few weeks, Mary paid a terrible price for her folly. A large party of the Scottish nobility rose up in arms against their scandalous queen. The two sides joined in battle, but Mary's troops melted away without striking a blow. Even her husband, Bothwell, negotiated a safe conduct for himself from the field of battle. Mary was defeated and abandoned. Mary was brought as a prisoner here to the island fortress of Lochleven, where she miscarried of twins. Then, broken in body and mind, and under the immediate threat of physical force, she was compelled to abdicate in favour of her 1-year-old son, James. She was never to see him again. Mary had married unwisely, for love and for lust, and as a consequence, she had lost her crown, her son, and her liberty. Perhaps, after all, there was wisdom in living and ruling alone.